Yo. Yeah. Yeah, go alone in the skyline. Yeah. The city's a carpet of diamonds glittering far below. I watch the little lights scatter, watching the shadows grow. I'm alone in the skylines, 50 floors above the street noise. Traded the corner bench for the silence, ignoring the cheap joys. The penthouse glass reflects the weary look in my eyes. The cost of being the king beneath these meta-plotting skies. They thought the money would fix it, thought the fame would be the cure. But the cold truth hits harder, leaving me insecure. Big body, big money, but the circle keeps shrinking down. Loyalty's an illusion when you wear the platinum crown. I sip the 100-year-old scotch, staring at the Empire State, realizing the hunger remains regardless of the fate. I left the struggle in the stairwell, but the paranoia followed. Every victory I celebrate, the sense of dread is swallowed. The Wu-Tang manual warned me, the higher you climb, the colder the air. True success is isolation, a burden few can bear. My friends are now my employees, my family wants a handout. I'm trapped in this golden cage, screaming without a sound out. This altitude is freezing, the weight of the world is on my chest. The price of being number one is never finding true rest. Alone in the skyline, watching the world spin by. Millionaire's perspective beneath the weeping sky. The towers are solid, but the feeling is hollow and vast. The weight of the empire, built too quickly, built too fast. The air up here instead, where true comfort can't be found. I'm searching for the honest truth on the sacred ground. The silence is heavy, broken only by the chill wind sigh. I'm the concrete pharaoh, waiting for the day I can fly. Luxury is a prison, gilded and undeniably deep. Alone in the skylines, with secrets I must keep. I look down at the projects where the journey first began. I see the hungry faces running the same old plan. I escape the gravity of the ghetto, but the memories cling tight. They haunt the marble floors throughout the desolate night. I remember the cold night, sharing a slice of cheap pizza. Now I got gourmet chefs, but the food tastes a little weaker. Wu-Tang discipline demands that I remain focused and strong. But who do I talk to when the whole damn world is wrong? Every phone call is a threat, every meeting is a tactical ploy. They want a piece of the kingdom, eager to destroy. My past self is a ghost, whispering warnings from the gloom, telling me success is fleeting, predicting the impending doom. I walk the perimeter of the terror, shielded by bulletproof glass. A beautiful landscape of betrayal and social class. I'm a target now, illuminated by the high beam spotter, sitting duck with diamond cuffs, caught in the eternal plot. I'm supposed to be celebrating, living the ultimate prize, but the most beautiful view is seen through the loneliest eyes. The sheer volume of wealth is its own kind of heavy chain. Alone in the skylines, enduring the constant strain. Alone in the skylines, yeah. The weight of the crown isn't the gold, it's the lack of trust. Knowing every friendly face could turn to betrayal and dust. I trade this imported marble for the comfort of the block's dirt, just for one genuine moment when nobody gets hurt. B.I.'s final lesson, riches intensify the struggle you've known. You end up completely isolated, high up on your own. I sit here calculating the angles, not for the money but for peace. A silence that isn't heavy, a final total release. The city never sleeps, and neither can the pharaoh above. Guarding the fortress built without a drop of true love. Yeah, alone in the skylines. The view is incredible. The air is toxic. Tell my old self, don't rush the hustle, biggest melancholy. Eternal truth. The money talks, but it doesn't listen. Just me, the city lights, and the cold wind. The price of the top is everything. It's everything, it's every massive window being slowly opened, letting in the faint, distant noise of the city. Then the window closes sharply with a heavy, isolating thud. Yo, it's up.
Yo, you're operating on basic syllables and playground chatter. I'm dissecting phonetics, solving universal matter. I present the apex, rhymery, documented, proven, certified. The quantum mechanics of cadence, where lyrical flaws cannot hide. My flow is a calculated missile, targeting your weak spots precisely while your structure is flimsy. Mine stay majestically, nicely. I manipulate the consonant blends and the vowel sounds. My multi-syllabic patterns leave you buried beneath the mounds. I'm the professor of poetic violence, the master of metaphor. My delivery is smoother than silk, yet hard as the core. I stack up internal schemes that twist and turn like a double helix, proving that your cheap prose is strictly sub-zero relics. My vocabulary's a thesaurus, your lexicon is elementary. I transcend your error, my style is beyond contemporary. Every bar is a theorem, every line is a calculated premise. I'm the undisputed architect, creating lyrical nemesis. You chasing cheap punchlines, I'm chasing linguistic perfection. My technique is flawless beyond your comprehension. I write my verses in binary code and translate them English to remind these novices why they dominance is finished.
Yo,
Yo, yo, yo, yo, yo. I stand at the apex rhyme, the pinnacle of articulation, the flawless execution, the envy of the entire nation. My theory is simple, I'm the best that there ever was. Every word is deliberate, calculated just because. The beat is the launch pad, the rhythm is the propulsion. My mind is the supercomputer, solving every intrusion. The science is flawless, the evidence is undeniable. I'm the lyrical scientist, eternally valuable. So study my work, but you'll never reach this high. I'm the master of the mic, watch me dominate the sky. Let me demonstrate the formula, observe the verbal trajectory. My words impact your cerebrum with surgical mastery. The alliteration is complex, the assonance is sublime. I bend grammar rules, making every moment timeless rhyme. I juxtapose conflicting concepts with effortless grace and power. My verses hit harder than the weight of a clock tower. You mention lyrical miracles, I live the actual event. My existence is a testament to the talent heaven sent. I combine the street wisdom of the 5% of cypher with the slick, smooth precision of the highest paid lifer. I wrap circles around your whole squad, your efforts are pitiful. My catalog is platinum, yours is strictly invisible. My tongue is a scalpel, my voice is a precision instrument. Every metaphor I construct is deeply significant. I've mastered the pause, the breath control, the perfect delivery. My performance is an exhibition of poetic weaponry. You're a student of the genre, I'm the originator of the syllabus. My writing process is sacred, meticulously meticulous. The critics dissect my stanzas trying to find the glitch, the mistake, but the apex rhyme theory is perfect. For goodness sake, yo, 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 yo. Now try to replicate the structure, mimic the flow's velocity. You'll find yourself drowning in the sea of mediocrity. This level of proficiency requires years of dedicated study. You can't buy this talent, no matter how much money. My legacy is cemented, my status is unshakable. I'm the ultimate MC, completely irreplaceable. I challenge any contender, bring your best weapon forth. I'll dismantle your thesis, proving my superior worth. The final proof of the apex rhyme theory is simple and clear. When my track drops, the competition disappears, so pack up your pads and pens. Your lesson is over, class dismissed. The master was spoken, none of my points were missed. Yeah, apex rhyme theory, grade A+++. Certified genius. The blueprint is mine. The method is patented. You can study my text, but you'll never crack the code. Biggie's attitude. Drizz's sign. Unstoppable, I spit logic. You spit nonsense. Now bow before the master and vulcanize your place. Yeah. Yo. Yo. Yo, on the cat sat maneri to sketch your back summer. Nu sorta misten the Brennan and Merrill. I want the brothers is a blueprint for the come of detail. Precise and true, a step-by-step manual for the young hustler to follow through. Rule number one, discipline your focus. Cut out the distractions. Every second wasted is deducted from your major transactions. I remember sketching diagrams on napkins in the corner store, planning the escape route from one something more. The key component is patience, the opposite of panic and greed. Planting the seeds of power, know exactly what you need. Big style, I outline the kappa required for the starter phase. Securing the funding discreetly, escaping the early maze. Don't advertise your moves, stay low-key, let the results speak for themselves. Silence is the greatest defense against the jealous selves. The structure must be flawless, built on loyalty and trust. One weak link in the chain will turn the whole thing back to dust. I studied the successes and the failures of the men before me, learning from their mistakes to ensure my own glory. This plan accounts for emergencies, for the betrayal, for the loss, because true power demands that you calculate the entire code. Blueprint for the come up, the architectural design. From the bottom to the penthouse, the climate strategically fine. Every beam is reinforced, every wall is built to last. Escaping the cycle of struggle, moving on fast. The foundation is solid, built on knowledge and relentless grind. Leaving the dead weight and the fake loyalty behind. I'm building the dynasty, brick by financial brick. The blueprint is the gospel, the only strategy. Now let's talk about execution, engineering of the scheme. Utilizing the connections, manifesting the dream. Wu-Tang taught me the importance of the collective force. One mind can be broken, but a union holds the course. Delegate the task sufficiently, play to every man's strength. Maintain centralized control regardless of the operations link. Diversify the income stream, never rely on one single source. That's the financial wisdom that maintains the driving force. I documented every transaction in the ledger,
meticulous and neat, turning the illegal hustle into legitimate receipts. The blueprint demands constant vigilance. Never assume you're safe. The moment you get comfortable, that's when the enemy shapes. Study your competition, anticipate their next logical move. I think the system constantly finding a way to improve. This isn't about luck, this is about technical superiority. The ascension is earned through mental clarity and purity. I converted the rage of the ghetto into focused ambition, using the pressure of poverty to fuel the mission. The final phase of the blueprint is asset protection and security, because they try to steal your triumph, challenging your maturity. The beauty of the blueprint lies in its replicability. It's not just for me, it's a guide for the whole community. I pass this knowledge to the young guards and earths on the block, showing them how to unlock the future, ignoring the TikTok. The come up isn't measured by the car or the size of the chain. It's measured by the freedom from the struggle and the pain. I built this empire with nothing but a notepad and a pen, transforming the desperation of winning to the triumph of them. My legacy will be this instruction, this strategic roadmap, proving that intellect triumphs over any handicap. So take heed of the warnings of the method I provide. The blueprint for the come up is the only place to hide. Yeah. Blueprint for the come up. Yeah. Blueprint for the come up. Yeah. Blueprint for the come up. Don't skip a step. Don't cut corners. B.I.G.'s business sense. With RZA's precision. The knowledge is free. The execution is everything. Now go manifest the wealth and rewrite your history. The plan is solid. The future is platinum. Blueprint for the come up. Blueprint for the come up. Y'all chasing cosigns from labels and online trends. I sought validation from the source where the truth never ends. I'm certified by the gatekeepers, the OGs who paved the way. They nod means more than platinum plaques any damn day. They run the silent council, the true elders of the block. Their word is final law. Ignoring the ticking clock, they watch me grow from a shorty, witnessed every step and hustle. Saw the hunger in my eyes, the strain in the muscle. You can't fake the respect, it's earned through consistent hard grind. Surviving the traps, leaving the weak logic behind. Wu-Tang knows the value of the lineage, the history, the code. The gatekeepers hold the knowledge, lightening the heavy load. I passed the initiation, answered every question they threw, proving my allegiance to the principles, honest and true. They read my intentions like a blueprint. They measured my heart's might and declared me worthy to walk in the sacred light. They bestowed the blessing, the ultimate badge of street honor. Now my word carries weight from the corner to the marina. They recognize the real, separating the gold from the dust. My position is unshakable, built on they solemn trust. Certified by the gatekeepers, my status is sealed and final. I carry the streets mandate, my power is truly vital. They know the difference between the fake and the true crown. I wear the honor proudly, running this whole town. The approval is solid, worth more than all the gold. The story of my success is officially to be told. The foundation is righteous, the credentials are confirmed. The legitimacy is proven, the lesson is learned. They pass the torch of power, now the future is in my hand. Certified by the gatekeepers, ruling this land. Ruling this land. Yeah. Now my enemies hesitate, they freeze when my name is invoked. They fear the silent power of the words the elders spoke. The gatekeeper's sanction is a shield stronger than Kevlar. It means my movements are protected no matter how far. Be just swagger, now the opportunities multiply tenfold. The high stakes doors open, the full story unfolds. I sit at the table with the real bosses, the founding members, discussing the future fueled by the embers of old embers. My music isn't just entertainment, it's a documentation of the code. The philosophy of survival carrying the heavy load. The Wu-Tang masters lay the framework for the mental elevation. The gatekeepers ensure my adherence to the spiritual station. They taught me the language of respect, the currency of the street nod, the true power of patience, the knowledge of the one true God. You try to buy your way in, but the gatekeepers cannot be bribed. They respect the organic growth, the struggle that you survive. My presence is validated by those who built the very foundation, earning the ultimate respect throughout the entire nation. They stand behind my every move, watching with a silent gaze, guiding me through the political and the criminal maze. The certification comes with a heavy responsibility, understand, to protect the neighborhood and uplift the struggling man I am. Now the voice of the code, the standard bearer of the truth, mentoring the next generation, guiding the lost youth. I carry their history, their wisdom, and their legacy with me, ensuring the principles survive for the whole community to see. The gatekeepers didn't just approve my success, they endorsed my soul, giving me the mandate to regain complete control. I move with the confidence of one who knows his place is secure, because the highest authorities agree my position is pure. Their silence is my greatest applause, they nod is my supreme crown. The most powerful validation in this whole damn town. Yeah.
Certified by the gatekeepers, official status granted. The mission continues. Peace to the OGs. Thank you for the wisdom Biggie's reign. Officially passed down. You gotta respect the history to control the future. Now I move with immunity and supreme clarity. The block speaks. And I listen.
Emotions are liabilities, sentiment is a weakness. The system is designed to prey upon a meekness. I operate purely on cold steel logic, devoid of the heart's flaw. Every decision is calculated, following the immutable law. The streets taught me mathematics, not based on textbooks, but risk the ratio of reward, the consequence, sharp and brisk. My mind is a microchip, processing the data with precision, removing the human element, avoiding the flawed vision. You speak of feelings and regret, those words are obsolete here. They get you caught slipping, consumed by your own fear. The Wu-Tang taught me to meditate on the geometry of the block, the straight lines of the hustle, ignoring the tick of the clock. I view the entire game as a complex interlocking machine. My goal is to master the mechanism, making the process clean. I analyze the opposition like a grand chess master's plan, anticipating 5 moves ahead, securing the triumph of man. The only warm feeling I possess is the heat beneath the fabric, a necessary tool for enforcing the ultimate traffic. Leave the drama for the rookies, the tears for the ones who failed. My victory's assured because my strategy is never wailed. Cold steel logic, the principle of the relentless mind. No room for affection, leaving all softness behind. It's strictly business, no loyalty but to the cash flow. The coldest calculation, making the revenue grow. The word respects power, not weakness or your sorrow. I seize the moment today, forgetting about tomorrow. Every breath is calculate, every step is precise and slow. My mind is the fortress where no doubt can never grow. I run the equation, the result is always supreme. Cold steel logic is the method, fulfilling the dream. They say I'm heartless, but I'm just incredibly focused. The path to the billions required the strict hypnosis. I watch rivals self-destruct over pride and petty squabbles, while I sit back and observe, ignoring the trivial wobbles. B.I.G. pragmatism, I cut the laws quickly, no time for delay. A failed venture is a lesson, you live to fight another day. My team operates like a unified, efficient instrument. Every member knows the purpose, the time is strictly spent. If you become a liability, the logic dictates your removal. Survival of the fittest means enforcing this approval. The human element is the most unpredictable, the great flaw. That's why I deal in hard numbers, respecting the iron law. I learned to silence the conscience, treat the pressure like a friend, because the moment you hesitate, that's where your journey ends. The cold steel isn't just a metaphor, it's the required spine to stand against the world and declare that this victory is mine. I dissect the fake love, the smiles, the forced handshakes. Every interaction is analyzed, knowing the potential mistakes. I'm the ultimate machine, programmed for financial elevation, running the cold steel logic to secure my domination. This discipline wasn't inherited, it was forged in the fire, built by the necessity of reaching something higher. The Wu-Tang manual speaks of controlling the inner beast, channeling the raw energy, turning west into east. I never let the victory inflate the ego, nor the loss deflate the resolve. I remain neutral, observing the system dissolve. The only trust I grant is to the ledger, the numbers won't lie. They confirm the status of the empire, reaching for the sky. The cost of this mental state is isolation. I understand the fee, but true power requires solitude, just the logic in me. I recommend this doctrine to anyone who seeks to ascend. Let the cold calculation be the friend you can depend.
Yeah, cold steel logic. It's not personal. It's just efficient. No emotions. No mistakes. Biggie Smalls live by the numbers. I perfect the math. The only way to survive the jungle is to be the machine. Remember the principles. Face the consequence. Power's the objective. Logic is the key.
Yo, check the mic, yo. Check the mic, 1, 2. This is the resurrection sound. 1,000,000 stories buried 6 feet deep beneath this ground. I crawl from the rubble, nothing but struggle in my veins. Now I command a whole cipher, master the urban reigns. I'm the concrete pharaoh, eyes open, seldom blinking. My empire ain't built on faith, it's built on strategic thinking. Used to rock, borrow Timberlands, pockets holding lint. Now my custom leather seats got a permanent fresh scent. They try to paint me as a villain, a hoodlum from the gloom, but I'm just the architect designing my $1,000,000 room. See, the streets taught me volumes that colleges never could. How to move that raw product, understood in every hood. My flow's a coded transmission, only the wise can decipher. Call me the urban archaeologist, digging gold with a sniper. I stepped off the tenement stairs, hard colder than December. Remember when they slept on me, now they forced to remember. My hustle is divine, my grind is historical. Leave the theoretical for the meek, my success is corporal. Big body, big dreams, I materialize the impossible. From the project's foundation, now the whole globe stopped. The concrete pharaoh, crown cast in granite dust. Every brick laid down by loyalty and heart and trust. Hear my decree echo through the canyons of the town. From the rooftop to the subway, you gotta bow down. My reign is eternal, my wealth is exponential. I spit the holy scripture, the truth is fundamental. We wear the jewels of kings, though the system tried to chain us. The concrete pharaoh reigns and ain't nothing gonna tame us. Look at the skyline, every light is a soul I conquered. The king of New York sleeps, but the legend is much stronger. I sit atop the fortress, watching the sheep below the bridges, playing chess with the universe, making strategic glitches. My security moves like ninjas, silent, precise, and fatal. You wanna challenge the dynasty, your fate's already fatal. I embody the 5 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit. My whole crew's enlightened, you fools ain't even close to near it. I analyze the game, observe the snakes in the tall grass. Only the loyal survive, the rest crumble down like wet ash. Wu-Tang philosophy with a Brooklyn swagger infusion. My life is a masterpiece, a lyrical mass confusion. We traded cheap liquor for age, single malt reserves. From the corner to the corporate board, I got the nerves. I built this pyramid of power without a single permit. You street smart as the blueprint, now watch the world submit. I can taste the victory in the humid city air. They say more money, more problems, but I don't really care. I embrace the complication, I conquer the complex matrix. My flow is undisputed, original grand status. You're a footnote in the history, I'm the whole damn chapter. The undisputed ruler forever after. Laughing louder, faster, 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 faster. Now listen close. Now listen close, this is the word whispered in the shadows. Behind the flash and the cash, there's a silence that grows. The weight of the kingdom rests heavy upon my shoulders. But I was born for this pressure, forged in the ghetto's molders. I console with the ancients, the spirits of those who died real. They got my hand on the deal, telling me how to feel. This ain't just a hustle, it's a spiritual manifestation. From the bottom of the barrel to global domination. So light the cigar, pour that liquor, but keep one eye open. Because the throne is never safe, even when the victory's spoken. The price of being the pharaoh is perpetual warfare, but I'm ready for the battle. The challenge is right there. Yeah. The concrete pharaoh. Remember name. Remember the kingdom, Biggie Smalls influence. Wu-Tang science. The blocks in my desk. The city pays the interest. You see the chain? That's more than gold, that's history. Next time you look up at the skyscrapers, know the real king is downstairs, building the next empire. Peace to the God. 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 Yo, I'm on the city with the old shit. Yo, yeah. Yo, yeah, I want it on it, yeah. Forget the pulpit and the preacher's hollow claims. The real teachings happen where everybody knows names. I speak the corner store rules, etched in the dirty glass. The truth is dispensed here, faster than time can pass. That old man behind the counter, pop with the tired eyes. He's the custodian of secrets beneath these broken skies. He's seen every hustle start, seen every empire fall, heard every empty promise and stood through it all. We gather by the Slurpee machine near the stale hot dogs, trading vital information, separate from the fog. The aroma of stale coffee and fresh baked bread hangs low. It's the sin of the struggle, the only piece that we know. This ain't just a market, it's the university of the street, where we learn the economics of survival and defeat. We learn who to trust, who to avoid, and the speed of the dice roll. Mastering the art of deception, protecting the vital goal. The Wu-Tang science applies, the knowledge is right there. You just gotta be observant, pay attention to the air. This is the central hub, where alliances are made and broken. Every scratch-off lottery ticket is a prayer silent stole.
The cornerstone gospel, the doctrine of the down and out. Every penny saved is a blessing, eliminating the doubt. The teachings teachings are simple. Stay alert, never fold under pressure. Respect the hierarchy in pursuit of buried treasure.
The older cats drop jewels over the 8-ball pool tables felt. Real wisdom dispensed, the kind is deeply felt. We listen to the rhythm of the cash registers chime. That's the sound of opportunity, marking the passing time. The gospel is constant, the scripture is always true. Lessons learned by the few, the survival code for me and you.
And you, the cornerstone gospel and doctrine of the down and out. Every penny saved is a blessing, eliminating the doubt. The teachings are simple, stay alert, never fold on the curb. Respect the hierarchy at the city down the
I
road.
recall the first time OG broke down the taxation system, explained the percentages of life, showed us how we missed them, taught us that credit is a chain and debt is a mental prison, gave us the blueprint for ownership, the true spiritual vision. He said don't chase the quick flash, chase the permanent stake, build something solid for goodness in the future's sake. This is the real education, free from the school board's lies, learning to read the intent in the stranger shifting eyes. B.I.G. flow, detailing the transactions, the subtle knives, the warnings, the history of rivalries from midnight to the mornings. The gospel preaches patience but demands swift retaliation. When your respect is challenged, leading to swift confrontation. We study the movements of the cops, the patrols, the federal spies. Our paranoia justified, reflected in truthful eyes. This store holds more power than the bank down the block. It's the central nervous system where the true kings flock. They try to gentrify the area, sanitize the true essence, but the corner store gospel remains in its powerful presence. The wisdom of the concrete is passed down through the generations, surviving the crack epidemic and all its tribulations. Yeah, I sit on the milk crate, scribbling these verses on a brown paper bag, transcribing the gospel, trying not to lag. Every word is a quote from a session that changed my whole perspective, turning the negative energy into something protective. This is the only place where the hierarchy is self-defined, based on respect, knowledge, and leaving the past behind. The light hums softly above the snack racks, illuminating the truth that the knowledge found here is the foundation of my youth. I carry this gospel with me every single day and night. It guides my decisions, helping me choose what is right. We are the chosen few who listen to the whispers of the block, learning the survival laws before the time starts to tick-tock. Yeah, corner store gospel, the only book I need. Pay attention to the elders, they know the code, Biggie's wisdom. Wu-Tang's philosophy, knowledge of self, it's the ultimate carrot. Corner store gospel, the only book I need. Pay attention to the elders, they know the code, Biggie's wisdom. Yeah, corner store gospel, the only book I need. Pay attention to the elders, they know the code, Biggie's wisdom. Wu-Tang's philosophy, knowledge of self, is the ultimate power. Thank you, Pop, for the education. Now step outside and execute the plan. Thank you, Pop, thank you, Pop, thank you, Pop. Thank you, Pop, thank you, Pop, thank you, Pop, thank you, Pop, thank you, Pop.
Yeah. Yo wanna talk regional? I claim the continental shelf. I'm the undisputed czar. The Tri-State built this kingdom myself. My influence stretches wide from Manhattan skyscrapers high, across Jersey's concrete mazes beneath the Connecticut sky. Every bridge, every tunnel, every interstate I command. My network is seamless and unbreakable, iron hand. I bypass the election, ignore the phony polls. I run this entire operation, dictating the rising tolls. Big body, big business. My signature is the final say. I decide who gets rich and who fades away. I move from the tenement to the penthouse, overlooking my fief. My victory's a monument, towering above all grief. I treat the politicians like puppets pulling the strings low-key. They run the government, the tri-state runs through me. I speak in hushed tones, but my mandates are heard loud and clear. The wealth I accumulate eradicates all forms of fear. The streets are my currency market, the banks are just storage vaults. I've mastered the balance sheet, ignoring your childish insults. They call me an enigma, a true force they can't define. But the power's undeniable, the empire's eternally mine. Czar of the tri-state, my decree is the final law. I run the East Coast corridor, escaping every flaw. From the Hudson to the Delaware, my territory extends. Loyalty is the payment on which my fortune depends. I sit on a high throne made of gold and cold steel. You wanna challenge the czar? Get ready for the real. The power is immense, the control is absolutely vast. My reign is a dynasty, built to forever last. Czar of the tri-state, my decree is the final law. I run the East Coast corridor, escaping every flaw. From the Hudson to the Delaware, my territory extends. Loyalty is the payment on which my fortune depends. I sit on the high throne made of gold and cold steel. You wanna challenge the czar? Get ready for the real. The power is immense, the control is absolutely vast. My reign is a dynasty, built to forever last. My council of war consists of veterans, sharp and battle-tested, Wu-Tang trained, highly disciplined, never bested. They handle the logistics, the movement of the precious cargo. My infrastructure's flawless, zero chance of embargo. I treat the street like a corporation, every corner's a franchise, maximizing the profits beneath the paranoid eyes. I don't deal in petty beef, my focus is strictly global expansion, securing the assets, acquiring the next luxury mansion. The tri-state map is my chessboard, I move the pieces with ease, calculating every
angle, bringing my foes to their knees. They tried to infiltrate the empire, they tried to plant the spies, but my loyalty matrix is impenetrable, built on truth and wise ties. I can shut down the ports, halt the traffic with a single call. The power I wield is immense, watching the lesser ones fall. I sip the vintage cognac, watching the weather channels report, planning the next grand shipment, avoiding the federal court. This isn't just crime, this is high-level entrepreneurial hustle, turning the ghetto struggle into a financial muscle. I took the harsh lessons of the block and applied them to wealth. Now the czar sits protected, watching over his health. The secret to the tri-state rule is perception and respect. You gotta move like a king, demanding they protect. Never show weakness, never reveal the ultimate source of the gold. Keep the mind sharp, the demeanor controlled and cold. The only thing stronger than my platinum chain is my decree. I ensure the prosperity of those who stand with me. This crown wasn't given, it was earned through countless risks. I survived the early years, dodging the federal risks. The tri-state is my heritage, the legacy I intend to keep. While the rest of the world slumbers, I rise while they sleep. The fear in their eyes confirms the title I possess. I am the ultimate power, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. Czar of the tri-state, rule is absolute. The power is final, Biggie Smalls lineage. The new Don, don't ever question the authority. You operate on my land, you pay the tribute. The tri-state is mine, understand that. Now go execute the orders, swiftly.
Yo, the parchment is ancient, sealed with the dragon's breath. Beyond the common knowledge, transcending life and death. I present the hidden chapter 32, the forbidden text, decoding the universe, preparing the intellect for what's next. Y'all stuck on the surface, caught in the terrestrial static. While my mind travels galaxies, my thoughts are monochromatic. I move through the cipher, seeking the supreme equation, unraveling the falsehood, avoiding mass obfuscation. The Wu-Tang sword slices through the veil of perception thin, unveiling the master plan where true salvation begins. My third eye wide open, absorbing the solar rays. I see the devils operating in a million different ways. This ain't fiction, this is science. Math is the blueprint, every angle, every percentage, the final divine consent. I was mentored by the elders, taught the principles of sun, moon, and star. Knowing who you are is the only way to elevate this far. The knowledge is the power, the culture's the key that unlocks. Escaping the mental slavery built within these modern blocks. They call us hoodlums, we call ourselves gods of the earth. Calculating the meaning of life, proving our intrinsic worth.
Hidden chapter 32, the code that the earth hides. A spiritual awakening where the wisdom resides. Knowledge reigns supreme, the number 7 is the sign. We build a higher structure with principles divine. They try to burn the scrolls, but the truth remains in the air. Understanding the science is how we conquer despair. This is the true algebra, the logic that can't be crossed. The hidden chapters reading, restoring what was lost from the depths of Shaolin. The knowledge is unfurled. We teach the true history, reforming the broken world.
To grasp the 30-second, you need the discipline of the Shaolin monk. Focus sharper than steel, your consciousness cannot be sunk. Every rhyme is a meditation, every beat is a measure strike. My lyrical attack hits you in the dark without light. I talk to the elements, commanding the winds to change direction. My physical form is temporary, but my message holds perfection. The 9 chambers of the Wu are gateways to the soul's deep lair. I face the final boss and emerge, breathing the pure air. Your philosophy's weak, built on the foundations of dust and greed. My doctrine is solid, planting the potent vital seed. I study the movement, the planets, the rhythm of the cosmic flow, knowing exactly when and where to drop the lyrical glow. The cipher is complete when the supreme team is in the place, discussing the destiny of man, etching truth on the time and space. I speak in parables and proverbs the casual mind can comprehend. My words are forged in fire, the message will never end. They try to distract you with glitter, keep you hooked on the material vice, but the chapter 32 tells you the true purpose, the actual price. I'm the architect of thought, the master builder of the mind's domain, breaking the mental shackles, washing away the spiritual stains. This knowledge is reserved for the 5%, the enlightened few who understand the God within, the power that sees us through. The rest of the 85 trapped in the darkness and the doubt, blind of the system, incapable of finding a way out. We carry the burden, the truth, the weight of the universe's weight, but we speak it clearly before it becomes too late. Look at the numbers, study the mathematics of the cosmos. The real power is hidden where nobody thinks it goes. I dedicate this verse to the founders, the pioneers of the knowledge. They showed us the path to supremacy far beyond the college. Don't look for answers on the TV screen, look into your heart. That's where the hidden chapter 32 truly starts. Word up. Hidden chapter 32. The gods know the truth. Earth is the focus. Peace to Medina, peace to Mecca. We build on knowledge, not on false hope. Read between the lines, study the science. The mic is my sword, the beat is my scroll. You've been informed, the journey continues. Yo, the briefing. Yo, yeah. Yo, check the watch, 2 a.m. The city's heart is slowing. Time for the wolves to move where the cold wind is blowing. We running low visibility opus. Nobody sees the shadow. Every move is calculated. No room for the shallow. The intel came through clean. The package is ripe and heavy. We gotta move surgical, calm, cool, and steady. I brief the team in whispers outlining escape route. No loose ends, no fingerprints, no doubt. Biggie taught us the rules. Keep your circle tight and small. A crew of 4 professionals ready to risk it all. We trade the flashy cars for the beat up Ford van, blending with the backdrop, sticking strictly to the plan. Face mask down tight, only the eyes betrayed attention. This ain't about flexing, this is pure financial ascension. The silence is our weapon, the darkness is our best friend. We disappeared completely before the block can comprehend. My mind's a digital clock, ticking down the seconds precisely. Every breath controlled, executing this heist nicely. We're ghosts in the concrete jungle, masters of the midnight run. The ultimate goal is simple, get the dough and be done.
No visibility ops, we move like true assassins, silent and deadly, avoiding all the passions. No loud talking, no flashy change, just discipline and grace. Leave no evidence, leave no trace. The night is our cover, the shadows are where we reside. Moving the weight in silence, nowhere left to hide. This is the true hustle, the professionals decree. Get rich, stay quiet, live luxuriously. We're paid for our discretion, the clean nature of the crime. Low visibility ops, mastering space and time.
Yeah, the drop point is isolated next to the stagnant canal. Only the water listens, no room for moral travail. The contact pulls up, a black Escalade, tinted out dark. The tension is palpable with dangerous spark. I approach the rear window, my eyes scanning the whole perimeter. Trust is a luxury, we can't afford the risk. Meet a slimmer, he hands me the suitcase, heavy, packed tight with fresh bands. I hand him the product, sealing the deal with my own hands. Wu-Tang precision, the exchange takes less than 60 seconds. Our paths cross briefly, answering the street summons. No conversation, just coded gestures and no one nods. We are the anti-heroes playing the role of street guards. The paranoia is justified when the stakes are this immense. Every blinking light, every siren heightens the suspense. I smell the fear of being caught, it fuels my concentration. Gotta get back to the crib, finalize the calculation. They try to track the movement, but the money's already laundered clean. A flawless operation, a masterfully crafted scene. We vanish into the fog like we were never even there, leaving the smell of success in the cold night air. Back in the high-rise suite overlooking the Brooklyn Bridge, counting the bundles stacked neatly on the gilded ledge. The operation's complete, the ledger shows a massive score. This is the quiet reward for always wanting more. I peel off the gloves, the suit comes off, the facade is done. Now I'm just a successful man till the next rising sun. B.I.J. philosophy, stay low-key when the cash starts to multiply. Flashing the wealth only attracts the wicked eye. Pour the crystal, raise the glass to the silent victory. We beat the system again, it's our ongoing history. The risk was enormous, but the payoff justifies the means. Living discreetly large behind a smoked out seal. Visibility ops, that's how you stay rich. That's how you stay free. Don't let them see you coming, never let them see you go. The greatest hustlers move in the dark. Next time you hear nothing, that means we're working Biggie Stratus' quiet money. Remember that. Silence is platinum. Followed by a long, slow exhale of smoke.
Yeah. Midnight Borough Smoke. Yeah.
The street lights flicker, casting shadows long and grotesque. The city breathes slow beneath the synthetic picturesque. It's past the curfew hour, the good citizens are asleep, but the real economy is stirring. Secrets the pavement keeps, midnight bar holds smoke. It hangs low above the asphalt tar. Smells like cheap liquor, burnt rubber and the lingering faint cigar. I stand at the precipice, watching the wolves emerge from the dark. Every corner's a potential battlefield, leaving its deadly mark. The moon's just a sliver hiding behind the pollution. This is the hour of decision, the moment of execution. My vision is tunnel focused on the immediate score, ignoring the whispers of conscience knocking at my core. The vapor trails twisting curls, spelling out prophecies unknown, warnings to the ignorant. The truth is written in stone. The Wu-Tang manual taught me to move like a master thief, solid on the approach, bringing sorrow and profound grief. My mind sharp, honed by necessity, driven by the cold needs, planting the seeds of power, ignoring the moral creeds. This borrow's my hunting ground, my knowledge of the roots is supreme, living out the gritty reality of a perilous dream. Yeah.
Midnight bottle smoke, clouds the vision, sharp as the mind. In this toxic atmosphere, true hustlers you will find. The haze is heavy, concealing the deals that are going down. The smell of success mixed with the paranoia of the town. The baseline crawls slow, a soundtrack to the grim operation. Survival's the only prayer in this desolate location. We move through the vapor trails, our faces hidden in cold. Another midnight chapter, another dark story
you did, but know the fire burns deep. The silent city watches the secrets it must keep.
We rendezvous in the gloom, no names whispered aloud. Every transaction is swift, hidden beneath the shroud. The package is heavy, wrapped tight with layers of clear tape. This is the currency of the street, there is no escape. The look in my partner's eyes is tied, etched with distrust and strain. He knows the risk involved, the inescapable heavy rain. Be a G style, I calculate the cut down to the final cent, leaving no room for error. Every minute is well spent. The sirens wail distantly, a background choir of impending doom. They looking for shadows while we operate in the room. My fingers are numb, cold steel grips the leather-bound wheel. This life is a movie and the danger feels terrifyingly real. I learned the art of silence from the ghosts who haunt these tracks. The ones who got reckless, couldn't cover their own backs. The brittle smoke is the spirit of the lost souls rising high, warning us to be vigilant beneath the weeping sky. We move like true veterans, seasoned by years of high stakes play, turning the dark night into a lucrative, dangerous day. The only light is the match striking, igniting the final spark. Another deal concluded, leaving a permanent mark. I like the spliff slow, inhale the midnight, borrow smoke deep, thinking about the future, the promises I gotta keep. The life I chose is heavy, the pressure is constantly immense, trading peace of mind for wealth, seeking some kind of recompense. I see my reflection in the oil slick of Pharaoh in the sludge, a king crowned by the struggle, holding on to a grudge. Wu-Tang taught me the discipline to survive this dark terrain, to use my mind as a weapon to conquer the spiritual pain. The smoke is a metaphor obscuring the path to salvation, but it also conceals the exit from this toxic location. I got one foot in the darkness, the other reaching for the sun, praying that this next morning the battle is finally won.
Yeah, midnight borough smoke, time to vanish, zero visibility. Don't ask questions, just follow the instructions. The cash is secured, the heat is off, Big Papa out. Ghostface status, the city sleeps, but the empire wakes up. See you when the smoke clears. Maybe. See you when the smoke clears. Maybe.
Yo, the Yoda upgrade.
Y'all still sip the cheap stuff, chasing the budget thrills. I graduated past the struggle, settling $100 million bills. I indulge in $1 million vices. The tab is astronomically high. Everything is customized beneath the penthouse sky. The champagne isn't vintage, it's a rarity. Age past the century mark. My cigar smoke is Cuban, leaving its expensive mark. Big style, I detail the transition from the corner store's cheap beer to private jet service where the clouds are perfectly clear. My timepiece alone could fund a small third world state, drenched in flawless diamonds, celebrating the escape. I trade my old ragged sneakers for Italian leather shoes. Every step is calculated, nothing to lose. My gambling habit's enormous, the stakes are ridiculously steep. Playing high limit poker for fortunes that I get to keep. The Wu-Tang manual speaks of controlling the appetite's demand, but now I can afford the indulgence commanded by my hand. I remember wishing for a single new pair of jeans. Now I buy entire designers behind the velvet screens. The weight of the gold is heavy, but the weight of the worries is light. Living this lavish dream, shining constantly bright.
Yeah. $1 million vice is the price of the superior life. Escaping the struggle, free from the form of strife. I spend it quickly, I earn it back twice as fast. The opulence is enormous, built to forever last. From the tailored suits to the yacht anchored in the bay, I embrace the excess, making every single day. The envy is palpable, the jealousy burns in your eyes. $1 million vices, reaching for the highest skies. I'm the epitome of excess, definition of the king. Spend it and stack it, here the cash register ring. The jewelry collection's blinding, diamonds cut with lethal precision. Each stone tells a story of a calculated decision. I own exotic pets, housed in climate control estates, guarded by ex-special forces, sealing up the heavy gates. Wu-Tang's lyrical imagery comes to life in my high-end attire. Silk robes, velvet slippers, igniting the passion's fire. I host lavish parties with guests flown in from every continent. Every request fulfilled, completely magnificent. I bought the building where I used to hustle on the ground floor. Now it's an investment property, settling the final score. B&G swagger, I don't just own one, I own 3, 4, 5 cars, rotating the collection beneath the diamond-studded stars. The vices are necessary, a reward for the years of pain. A reminder that I conquered the block, surviving the pouring rain. My wine cellar rivals, the finer French chateau supply. I taste the sweetness of success with every single try. I'm addicted to winning, addicted to the constant scoring. These $1 million vices keep me coming back for more. You can judge my decadence, but you can't deny the bank account's heft. I earned this right to excess, nothing was ever left. Chill. Don't mistake this for recklessness, it's controlled opulence, a strategic display of power, demanding silent reverence. Devices are a message, this is what happens when you win big. Escaping the shallow hole, building the financial dig. Vegans find a word on wealth, enjoy the spoils of the war because the struggle was real. You deserve something more, I'm not apologetic for the consumption or the massive cost. I'm celebrating the victory of what the ghetto has lost. I toast to the hustle, the ambition, the relentless drive. My $1 million vices keep my competitive spirit alive. Let the champagne flow freely, let the music crash and roar. I'm living the impossible dream and asking for more. $1 million vices. The party never stops. The budget is infinite. Big Papa status confirmed. Wu-Tang luxurious. Go ahead, try to keep up. You'll go broke. My vices are my rewards. Your envy is my applause. Send a bill to my accountant. He can handle it. One more bottle before the sun rises.
Yo. It's a low shit. 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 Yeah. It's a low shit.
23.
It's a low shit.
Relax, the sun dipped low, casting shadow long and unforgiving. Tonight, on fat potatoes, tales of justice are given. You broke the sacred code, crossed the line we drew in the sand. Now the only option left is the bullet in my hand. This ain't about talking, this is the physical retaliation. My heart is cold steel, fueled by pure indignation. I posted up silent, blended with the evening commotion. Watching your spot, calculating every precise motion. Big style, I detail the motive, the betrayal, the high course. You stole from the wrong king, now the empire will be embossed. The air is thick with anticipation, the rhythm's a slow burn. Tonight every lesson I learned on the block you will earn. My crew moves like shadows, Wu-Tang train. Highly efficient, ghost like a neighbor approach, completely omniscient. We got the visual confirmation, the mark is now in sight. Stepping out the black sedan, bathed in the sickly yellow light. I feel the adrenaline surge, the final moment is drawing near. Time to remove the threat, eradicating all the fear. The street signs blur slightly, anticipation's got my mind racing fast. The moment of reckoning, built to forever last. Payback on Flapper Shaft, the vengeance is complete and true. For the lies you told and the dirty deeds you chose to do. The asphalt screaming, the echoes of the street warfare. You crossed the line of honor, now you face the nightmare. Payback on Flapper Shaft, the vengeance is complete and true. For the lies you told and the dirty deeds you chose to do. The asphalt screaming, the echoes of the street warfare. You crossed the line of honor, now you face the nightmare. Yeah, yo, the first signal flash, a brief single light from the bridge's top. That's my cue to move, no hesitating, no chance to stop. We close the distance quickly, weaving through the late night traffic slow. The engine is humming low, quiet and incredibly dull. My mind is clear, focused on the primary objective and the quick escape, leaving the scene spotless, avoiding the impending red tape. Wu-Tang precision, the execution is flawless, surgical clean, a brutal message delivered. The darkest scene, the look on his face when he realized his fate was sealed. The moment of truth, the true intentions revealed. I deliver the final word, the closing statement of the contract, the payment for disloyalty. There is no turning back. The crowd scatters instantly, moving with frantic, fearful pace, leaving the aftermath to the ambulance chase. We dished the equipment quickly, melting to the Brooklyn Nights haze. No witnesses, no description, lost in the urban maze. B.I.G. narrative detailing the cleanup, the quick getaways moving fast, leaving the enemy dismantled, built to never last. The sirens start wailing, but we already miles away, watching the chaos unfold at the break of day. Yeah. We pull off Flatbush, heading toward the quiet Queen side. The adrenaline fades slowly, but the victory can't hide. The risk was enormous, but the message was loud and clear. Betrayal in the tri-state is met with ultimate fear. I wipe the sweat from my brow, the scent of gunpowder is strong. Knowing that for this moment I didn't do anything wrong. The street justice is harsh, but it's the only law we obey. Ensuring that the traitors never see the light of day. I call my contacts, confirming the mission is totally complete. That's the satisfaction of running the concrete street. The ledger is balanced, now the debt is permanently zeroed out. No need for further discussion, no room for doubt. Yeah. Payback on Flapper Shaft. Don't ever test the loyalty. They never test the rain. That's what you get for running your mouth. Biggie's vengeance. Wu-Tang execution. Lesson learned. Respect the code or face the cost. Now we celebrate the silence. The threat is gone. Flatbush never forgets, and neither do I. And neither do I.
It's solution. It's solution.
Yeah. Y'all talking about your mixtapes and local radio spins. I'm talking about offshore accounts and where the real power begins. My financial advisor got tired of counting zeros alone. Handed me a platinum ledger engraved on a marble stone. Every entry is authenticated, every figure certified. The cost of my struggle meticulously dignified. I converted street currency into real estate equity. Y'all still chasing pennies while I'm building my legacy. My pen game is vicious, but my business logic's colder. From flip phones to fiber optics, I move like a true stockholder. Check the dividends, look at the portfolio expansion. Your whole net worth couldn't cover my Italian mansion. I don't just spend money, I orchestrate the cash flow. The wealth I control makes governments move fast and slow. I turned illicit investments into legitimate empires. Paid off the debt, now I'm setting the damn town on fire. They call it dirty money, I call it highly circulated assets. My success story's too big to fit on any rap cassette. I measure my triumph not in applause, but in audited reports. While you clocking minimum wage, I'm buying up private resorts. Yeah. Platinum ledger open, every page shines bright and clean to verify profits from the hustles I have seen. I'm talking about trust funds, tax write-offs, and high stakes deals. The kind of success that truly validates how a king feels. Forget the small change, I calculate in multi-millions now. Every breath I take is a statement, I will not bow. From the bottom to the top shelf, the journey was long and hard. The platinum ledger's balanced, I hold the winning card. You can see the hunger in the eyes of the ones I just passed. My reign is built on figures, designed to forever last. The ledger details every risk, the deals, the near misses, the late nights spent plotting, exchanging street kisses. I can't relate to broke talk, that poverty mindset's weak. My vocabulary only includes power and peak physique. Big style, big numbers, I redefine the meaning of rich. I don't just fill a niche, I own the whole damn financial ditch. My watch alone could feed the block for 3 whole years, but I earn this lavish lifestyle, conquering all my fears. The diamonds on my neck are certified, ethically sourced. Every purchase is strategic, my future is self-enforced. I treat the music industry like a hostile takeover bid. Every contract I sign, I knew exactly what I did. I'm a mogul, a financier with a flow that's bulletproof. My life's a perfect paradox, criminal origin solid proof. You worry about your Spotify streams, I'm worried about bond rates. My priorities changed when I started opening bigger gates. I'm the chairman of the board, the CEO of the streets. My wealth accumulation strategy is what truly defeats. I invest in the future while y'all stuck on the past tense. My existence is extravagant, my currency is intense. This ledger isn't just about cash, it's a code of conduct. It's the blueprint for turning nothing into abundant product. It proves that vision, discipline, and nerve are the key components to escape the environment and dominate all opponents. I learned to save the paper, let the money work for me. That's the real education they hide from the community. The Wu taught me patience, the street taught me how to seize the day. Now the platinum ledger shines, showing me the only way. I calculate the percentages before I even take a breath. I'm in control of my fortune, even in the face of death. Don't hate the player, hate the system that tried to hold me back. I just mastered the game better, now watch me launch an attack. Yeah, platinum ledger, signed and sealed, no loose ends. Every deal is final, Biggie told y'all. More money, more problems, but I prefer my problems solved by Swiss bank vault. Keep track of your money. Somebody else with my account balance is my resume. The proof is in the assets, not the antics. Not the antics. Not the antics. Not the antics.
Yo, check the mic, 1, 2, this is the resurrection sound. A million stories buried 6 feet deep beneath this ground. I crawled from the rubble, nothing but struggle in my veins. Now I command the whole cipher, master the urban range. I'm the concrete pharaoh, eyes open, seldom blinking. My empire ain't built on faith, it's built on strategic thinking. Used to rock borrowed Timberlands, pockets holding lint. Now my custom leather seats got a permanent fresh scent. They try to paint me as a villain, a hoodlum from the gloom, but I'm just an architect designing my $1 million room. See, the streets taught me volumes that colleges never could. How to move that raw product understood in every hood. My flow's a coded transmission, only the wise can decipher. Call me the urban archaeologist, digging gold with a sniper. I stepped off the tenement stairs, hard coded in December. Remember when they slept on me, now they forced to remember. My hustle is divine, my grind is historical. Leave the theoretical for the meek, my success is corporal. Big body, big dreams, I materialize the impossible. From the project foundation, now the whole globe stoppable. I am the concrete pharaoh, crown casting granite dust. Every brick laid down by loyalty and heart and trust. Hear my decree echo through the canyons of the town. From the rooftop to the subway, you gotta bow down. I am the concrete pharaoh, crown casting granite dust. Every brick laid down by loyalty and heart and trust. Hear my decree echo through the canyons of the town. From the rooftop to the subway, you gotta bow down. I sit atop the fortress, watching the sheep below the bridges, playing chess with the universe, making strategic glitches. My security moves like ninjas, silent, precise, and fatal. You wanna challenge the dynasty, your fate's already fatal. I embody the 5 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit. My
whole crew's enlightened, you fools ain't even close to near it. I analyze the game, observe the snakes in the tall grass. Only the loyal survive, the rest crumble down like wet ash. Wu-Tang philosophy with a Brooklyn swagger infusion. My life is a masterpiece of lyrical mass confusion. We trade the cheap liquor for age, single malt reserves. From the corner to the corporate board, I got the nerves. I built this pyramid of power without a single permit. You street smarts, that's the blueprint. Now watch the world submit. I could taste the victory in the humid city air. They say more money, more problems, but I don't really care. I embrace the complication, I conquer the complex matrix. My flow is undisputed, the original grand status. You're a footnote in the history. I'm the whole damn chapter, the undisputed ruler forever after. Laughing louder, faster. Now listen close. This is the word whispered in the shadows. Behind the flash and the cash, there's a silence that grows. The weight of the kingdom rests heavy upon my shoulders, but I was born for this pressure. Forced in the ghetto's molders. I consult with the ancients, the spirits of those who died real. They got my hand on the deal, telling me how to feel. This ain't just a hustle, it's a spiritual manifestation. From the bottom of the barrel to global domination. So light the cigar, pour that liquor, but keep one eye open, because the throne is never safe even when the victory's spoken. The price of being the pharaoh is perpetual warfare, but I'm ready for the battle, the challenge is right there. Yeah, I am the concrete pharaoh, crown cast in granite dust. Every brick laid down by loyalty and heart and trust. Hear my decree echo through the canyons of the town. From the rooftop to the subway, you gotta bow down. I am the concrete pharaoh, crown cast in granite dust. Every brick laid down by loyalty and heart and trust. Hear my decree echo through the canyons of the town. From the rooftop to the subway, you gotta bow down. Yeah, the concrete pharaoh. Remember the name, remember the kingdom, Biggie Smalls influence. Wu-Tang signs, blocks in my debt. The city pays the interest. You see the chain? That's more than gold. That's history. Next time you look up at the skyscrapers, know the real king is downstairs, building the next empire. Peace to the gods.
Yeah, all focus on. Yeah, all focus on.
Yeah, the air is thick and heavy, same as the sorrow we carry. Another young soul lost, life cut short in a hurry. Hear the weeping sirens, they sing the block's last song. I'm on for trumpet blast for where we went wrong. The box requiem plays every time the sun dips low. A cold steel melody, putting on a tragic show. See the chalk outline faded, but the memory remains fresh. Another brother taken caught in the city's mesh. We light a candle vigil right next to the bodega sign, praying for a peace that this concrete jungle won't define. I remember his grin, a quick hustle, the hunger in his eyes. Now he's just another story whispered under troubled skies. The asphalt stained with tears and the blood of the ambitious, trying to make a quick fortune, but the end was calamitous. This whole borough's a cemetery filled with unsung greats, kings who fell before their time, sealed by locked gates. We raised the plastic cup, toasting the ones who were gone, knowing damn well we might not see the light of the next dawn. My rhymes are the history books, telling the untold truth, the heartbreaking reality of misused, vibrant youth. The block's requiem echoes in the walls of the tenement. A symphony of struggle, every note is a limit. The cold wind is weeping, carrying the names we recall. For every dream shattered before it can stand tall. Hear the bass drum hit hard, that's the sound of the dirt falling. Another soldier buried, the streets forever calling. We wear the pain like armor, our faces etched with the fright. This concrete sings for those lost to the night. This is our sacred music live, faith of fallen heroes, surviving the grim cycle, counting down the zeros. The cycle repeat itself, generation after generation, chasing the phantom dollar, trapped in the degradation. The OGs warned us, taught us the code, the rules of the game, but the temptation of the fast life whispers the loudest name. I walk these halls and smell the residue of ancient beef. Every crack in the sidewalk holds a story of grief. They preach justice from the pulpit, but the cops patrol with hate, locking up the future, sealing up the prison gate. My pen is the camera capturing the vivid raw reality. The broken windows, the empty eyes, the sheer fatality. We're forced to grow up faster, traded toys for the 9 mil. Learned about respect through fear, standing stone still. This requiem ain't for pity, it's a call to arms, a declaration that we remember the sacrifices fueling our motivation. I see the faces in the steam rising from the manhole cover. They push me to keep rapping for the ones we can't recover. The truth is a burden, heavy as the chains we used to wear, but I'm obligated to spit it, showing the world that we care. The beat is a slow, steady pulse, like a heart about to fail, telling the tragedy of the block without fail. Now silence the chatter, hold your breath and feel the weight of 1,000 untold stories pounding at the gate. Every verse I write is a headstone, a monument built a sound to the promise that was broken, buried deep in the ground. We can't let the spirits fade, gotta keep the fire lit. For the hustlers, the artists, the ones who chose not to quit. They tried to erase our memory, wipe the slate, clean and start, but the requiem keeps playing etched permanently in our heart. This sorrow is the fuel for my lyrical engines roar. We mourn the fallen loudly, then we get back to the war. The lesson learned from death is how precious life can be. Gotta chase the success hard for those who didn't live to see. The block's requiem.
We pay our respects, and we reload, can't stop the pain, but we can choose to fight, yeah. Rest in peace to the soldiers who paved the way, yeah. Your sacrifice will not be in vain, yeah. From the concrete comes the flower. The struggle continues, now turn the music up, let the whole city hear us cry. Biggie's melancholy mixed with Wu's wisdom. We move forward.
Listen close, student, discard the fabricated fiction. I'm dropping the actual truth, defying the jurisdiction. This is the 5-point statement, etching the supreme alphabet, the ultimate foundation of knowledge you must never forget. First point, knowledge, know thyself, the earth, the sun, the moon, and star. Understand your divine origin, know exactly who you are. You are God of the earth, capable of infinite creation, breaking the mental shackles of the slave plantation. I see the masses blinded, distracted by trivial things. They chase false prophets while the true messenger sings. My mind is a laser cutting through the propaganda's noise, rediscovering the heritage that truly employs. The Wu-Tang discipline is built on this very first decree. Self-awareness is the key to true liberty. We build on this understanding, rejecting the fear and the lie. We elevate the mind's potential, aiming for the sky. The streets are a test laboratory for the science that we preach. Every lesson learned on the block is within intellectual reach. This is the 5-point statement, the code we live and die by. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, principles that multiply. Culture and freedom, the final 2 points we hold dear. Eliminating the ignorance, eradicating all the fear. I speak the supreme math, every numeral is a sign. A clear, powerful structure, perfectly divine. We are the 5%, the chosen, the enlightened few, the guardians of the truth, here to inform me and you. Memorize a statement, let it guide your every move. The only true path, the only one to approve. Second point, wisdom, the wise application of the knowledge gained. Action over rhetoric, the true principles unrestrained. You can know the facts, but do you know how to execute the plan? Wisdom is the engine that drives the righteous clan. Third point, understanding the ability to see the vision clearly, perceiving the outcome, treating the enemy severely, understanding the consequences before the final shot is fired, knowing when to retreat, when to press, intellectually inspired, cause good, the way of life, the habits we embrace, building up the community, leaving a better place. Our culture is our shield, preserving the sacred history, teaching the young gods and earths the ultimate mystery. My flow is the embodiment of all these four combined, the strongest lyrical structure the world has ever designed. I calculate my rhymes like a true mathematician of the soul, reaching the ultimate status, gaining complete control. The complexity of my pattern reflects the vastness of the cosmos. I drop jewels of eternal life, avoiding the mental gloss. Now pay close attention for the sacred 5th point. Freedom, true independence from the mental, physical, and monetary boredom. Freedom is the result of applying the first 4 with precision, breaking the chains of oppression, fulfilling the true vision. You can't be truly free while your mind remains enslaved. That's why the 5-point statement is constantly engraved. I don't chase the material chases me now, because my mental is free. I no longer have to bow. This is the doctrine of liberation, the manifesto of the oppressor, blueprint for rising up, putting the system to the test. We stand firm in the knowledge, unshaken by the government's threat. The 5-point statement is the ultimate power. Do not forget. Word is born. 5-point statement. Knowledge reigns supreme. Peace to the earths. Peace to the gods. Protect your mind. That is your greatest asset. Wu-Tang forever. The science is undeniable, cipher complete. Now go and manifest. The revolution starts within. Always. I go and manifest. Hear ye, this is the voice from the forgotten side. A declaration of independence where the real truth can't hide. We present the ghetto manifesto, penning the cold hard light. A documented thesis on the struggle, detailing the fight. Our first demand, recognition, stop treating us like the plague. We are the architects of culture, escaping the mental vague. The system is designed to suppress, to keep the profits low, but the knowledge is our power, making the movement grow. Wu-Tang science teachers break the chains of the ignorant mind. True liberation begins when the shackles are left behind. We demand true education, not just the history of the thief, but the heritage of the kings, bringing spiritual relief. The media paints us as monsters, savages on the attack, but the manifesto reveals the forces holding us back. We are the ultimate survivors, turning nothing into success. My flow is the broadcast of truth, settling the bitterness, big style. I detail the economics of the corner hustles game, the ingenuity of the poor, calling out the established shame. This document is not a plea, it's a statement of inherent worth, recognizing the supreme intelligence of the gods of the earth.
The Ghetto Manifesto.
Every principle etched in raw cement,
a call for self-determination.
The will to be heaven sent.
We demand the resources, the power, and the right to stand tall, rejecting the oppression. Answering freedom's call to doctrine is simple: educate, organize, and accumulate. Escaping the cycle of poverty before it's too late. This is our final word, our collective iron decree. The ghetto manifesto is the key to our liberty. We won't be silenced or ignored. Our message rings loud and strong. The revolution is necessary where we truly belong. An action plan. The next step, organization, creating a cohesive unit, utilizing the collective force to secure the civil rights. Stop the infighting, the senseless violence, the tragic bloodshed. Our true enemy is the system, the poison we have fed. We call for economic autonomy, controlling the flow of cash, investing in the community, avoiding the cultural crash. BIB philosophy, get money, secure the bag, but spend it smart, build a school of centers, the infrastructure that feeds the heart. The manifesto rejects the drugs and the weapons they supply. We preach self-reliance, looking toward a brighter sky. The true warfare is mental, fighting the apathy and the doubt, pulling the entire populace out of the mental drought. Wu-Tang taught us to look beyond the physical, the visible lie, recognizing the divine spark that allows us to fly. We teach the children the truth about the stars and the supreme math, arming them with knowledge to withstand the enemy's wrath. This document is a warning to the powers that try to control our awareness is rising, reclaiming the stolen soul. We stand united under this banner, fierce and resolute. The ghetto manifesto is the culture's ultimate pursuit. The ghetto manifesto, every principle etched in raw cement, a call for self-determination, the will to be heaven sent. We demand the resources, the power, and the right to stand tall, rejecting the oppression. Rich and our friends call the doctrine is simple: educate, organize, and accumulate, escaping the cycle of poverty before it's too late. This is our final word, our collective iron decree, the ghetto manifesto. The ink on this paper is the sweat of generations past, the hope of the future, designed to forever last. Let this manifesto be the fire that ignites the resistance, a fierce refusal to accept the current existence. The sound of this record is the sound of the chains breaking free, the realization of self, the true definition of we. I speak for the voiceless, the ones forgotten in the census. Our struggle is global, demanding its intense emphasis. Don't mistake this for anger, it's focused, calculated will, a righteous assertion of power standing stone still. We demand a table, we won't settle for the scraps they leave behind. The ghetto manifesto is the ultimate peace of mind. Yeah. The ghetto manifesto is written, it's final. There's no turning back. B.I.G.'s honesty. Wu-Tang's philosophy. Unify. We know the truth. We had the plan. Implement the principles. And face the consequence. The future belongs to the organized. Inform. Peace to the movement. The fight continues. The fight continues. A son of value up. Write the fan, value up. A son of value up. Write the fan, value up. Turn the volume up, let the speakers start to hum. Hear the static crackle where the true vibrations come. This is the vinyl Strax testament, etched in the plastic deep. The sacred history of rhythm, the promises we keep. Before the digital distortion, before the files were clean. We rock the dusty wax, the truest sight ever seen. The needle drops, the groove takes hold, the sample loops begin. That soulful classic texture where the knowledge rushes in. I pay homage to the DJ, the unsung hero of the night, who mastered the crossfader, bringing the rhythm and the light. He knew the breaks, the hidden gems, the perfect beat, the loop. He was the true architect leading the cypher troop. Wu-Tang knows the power of the classic, the undeniable sound. Digging in the crates where the goal is always found. The bass line vibrates low, shaking the wooden floor. This is the pure essence of the rap game. Nothing less, nothing more. Every scratch is a signature, a sign of skill and grace. Recreating the magic in this specific time and place. We stand on the shoulders of giants, the ones who spun the first disc. Preserving the integrity, avoiding all the modern risks. Like the fan, while you up. I tell my while you wanna see it. Like the fan, while you up. I tell my while you wanna see it. Like the fan, while you up. I tell my while you wanna see it. Like the fan, while you up. Yeah.
Vinyl scratch testament, the sound that can't be beat, the raw, unfiltered boom bap, stomping on a city street. Hear the hi-hat, whisper the snare drum, hit so clean. This is the purest form of hip-hop, the ultimate scene. We honor the foundation, the technique, the dedication shown. The legacy lives on through the speaker cone. Let the needle skip and jump, that's the sound of real deal. The way the music should feel, intensely and real. This testament is final, the truth is laid out bare. The spirit of the vinyl scratch lives in the air.
You gotta respect the process, the hours spent in the basement, flipping through the jazz records, finding the perfect placement. The DJ is the sorcerer, manipulating the sound source, creating something magical, changing the entire course. I remember those house parties, sweating in the summer's heat, the whole block vibing, losing their minds to the beat. The quality of the groove, the warmth of the analog tone, it speaks to the soul, unlike the digital monotone, B.I.G. flow, painting pictures of the crowded dance floor, where the hustlers and the b-boys are always wanting more. The record spins steady, like the world turning on its axis. Our music is the truth, shattering all of the false praxis. The testament is clear, never compromise the integrity of the sound. Keep the production gritty, built from the underground. I'm a lyrical curator, presenting the relics of the genre, preserving the golden era, avoiding all the modern horror. The dust jacket tells a story, the worn label speaks volumes about the decadence of the true masters in smoky rooms. The energy released by the vinyl scratch is undeniably strong. It's the rhythm of the revolution where we truly belong. Yeah, we take the solemn oath sworn by the crackle and the hits to keep the true culture alive, avoiding the digital kiss. We'll never sacrifice the substance for the superficial gain. Our commitment to the pure sound will forever remain. The scratch testament demands authenticity and skill, mastering the craft completely, demonstrating the iron will. Wu-Tang science is applied to the breakbeats and the loop, building sonic structures that stand above the silly group. This is the legacy passed down from the masters of the decks. Respect the roots of the music and forever protect your neck. The old school rules are final, the foundation must be known before you touch the microphone. Respect the tone.
Legacy, like the flare, fight it, like it up, perform about the legacy. Like the flare, fight it, like it up, perform about the legacy. Like the flare, fight it up, perform about the legacy. Like the flare, fight it up.
Yeah, vinyl scratch testament, forever classic, forever authentic. Peace to the DJ, the true foundation. Keep the vinyl spinning, keep the history alive. Begin, unified by the pure sight.
Like the flare,
play that back.
One more time. Sound on my vinyl, one more time. One more time. Like the flare, one more time. Like the flare, like the flare.
Yo, the principle. The procs 950 carry. Yeah, we go wild. Settle down.
Yo, settle down, listen closely, put the phone down for a minute. This ain't a threat, it's a blessing, the knowledge I transmit. I got a word to the young God, listen to the wisdom I preach. The rules of the universe not placed within your reach. First lesson, knowledge of self is the ultimate power you own. Before you chase the kingdom, secure your spiritual throne. You are the architect of your fate, not a victim of the streets' design. Embrace the supreme math, let your inner brilliance shine. Wu-Tang taught us that the mind is the only true fortress you can build. Guard your thoughts diligently, keep your destiny fulfilled. Don't chase the counterfeit, respect the flash is temporary and vain. True power is internal, enduring the sun and the rain. I see the fire in your eyes, the ambition, the raw, untapped force. Channel that energy, wisely setting the righteous course. Big style, I tell you, beware the friendly hand and the snake in the grass. The closest ones are often the first ones to stab you in the ass. Trust your instincts over advice from the ones who couldn't rise. They fearing the failure, reflecting they jealous eyes. Never let the struggle define you, let it refine your mental still. The knowledge I drop now is the most essential, truly real.
A word to the young God.
Discipline is the ultimate key. Master the math, master the self, and you shall truly be free.
Young God.
Discipline is the ultimate key. Master the math, master the self, and you shall truly be free.
Young God.
Discipline is the ultimate key. Master the math, master the self, and you shall truly be free.
Young God.
Discipline is the ultimate key. Master the math, master the self. He saw business, young God, a tangible side of the hustle. Never sign a first deal, flex your negotiating muscle. Read the fine print closely, understand every single clause. Legal loopholes are the modern version of the streets. Pause. B.I.G.'s financial blueprint dictates as
master control first. Own the masters, own the publishing, quench that financial thirst. Don't spend the money you ain't got, avoid the flashy fake front. Lie below your means until your wealth is absolutely blunt. Wu-Tang teaches strategy, study your opponents, know the terrain. The market is a battlefield, victory is hard earned, not a gain. Invest in the community, give back the knowledge and the resource. True wealth is built on the strength of the collective force. Choose your partners wisely, your circle should be small and elite. Loyalty is non-negotiable, avoiding quick defeat. Never boast unnecessarily, let the results be the loudest sound. Humility shields you from the envy that is always found. Remember the lessons of the block, resourcefulness, quick thinking, and grace. Apply the same discipline to succeed in the corporate race. The only person you should strive to impress is your future self. Secure your longevity, safeguard your mental health. The legacy you build is measured not by how much you take, but by the structures you leave, standing for the next generation's sake. I pass the torch of knowledge, handle it with profound care, because the truth is the most precious thing we share. This world is a testing ground designed to break the weak mind, but the strength of your belief is the power you will find. You are the inheritor of the struggle. Your triumph is the ultimate revenge against the global juggle. Maintain your focus, ignore the distractions, the vices, the noise. Your potential is infinite, capable of infinite joys. Now go forth and conquer, armed with the knowledge I transmit. Fulfill your divine purpose, never dare to quit.
And word to the young God, word is born. A word to the young God, time is now. A word to the young God, it was yours. Walk with purpose, speak with truth. Biggie's blessing, Wu-Tang's guidance. Protect your mind, protect your empire. Peace to the earth, peace to the gods. Now go and teach the rest. The cycle continues. The sound of a very deep, resonating bell tolling once, signifying finality and wisdom.